rồi cứ là không
हम्म.
हो.
Just
Assalamu alaikum and a very good evening to all of you. I would like to extend a very warm welcome to the EQ Show program. We appreciate you for taking time off for your busy schedule to join us tonight. Before we begin today's program, I have a few reminders to all of you. Firstly, for your information, this program is a live season, if a live set is a live session and is broadcast through UEC YouTube channel. Thus, I would like to seek your cooperation not to leave any insensitive or inappropriate comment in the comment section. Secondly, please stay tuned with us until the end of the show to learn ample of new things and to not miss the chance for attendance and merit record. Before we begin, let us start the program with a prayer recitation. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alamin. Wassalatu wassalamu ala Sayyidina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa ashabihi ajma'in. Ya Allah, ya Tuhan kami ingin menampakkan kesyukuran kepadamu atas pertemuan kami pada hari ini. Jadikanlah kami hamba-hambamu ini sentiasa bersyukur terhadap rezeki dan kurniaanmu. Sesungguhnya Engkaulah Tuhan yang Maha Memberi. Ya Allah, ya Tuhan kami berhimpun hari ini untuk menjayakan majlis EQ Show. Maka Kau pun mudahkanlah majlis ini supaya ia berjalan dengan lancar. Ya Allah, Ya Rahman, Ya Rahim, kami ingin menimba ilmu sebanyak mungkin supaya kami mampu memperkembangkan potensi kami sehingga menjadi hamba-Mu yang Kau redai. Ya Allah, kurniakanlah ilmu kepada kami, sinarilah hati-hati kami dengan hidayah-Mu. Sesungguhnya Engkaulah Tuhan yang Maha Memberi, Maha Mendengar, lagi Maha Mengetahui. Ya Dzal Jalali wal Ikram, hadiahkanlah kepada kami kesihatan badan, kecerdasan minda, ketenangan jiwa dan kekuatan semangat. Kami memohon kepada Engkau, Ya Allah, bantulah kami dalam menghadapi segala cabaran, ringankanlah beban kami, sesungguhnya Engkaulah yang Maha Berkuasa. Rabbana atina fid dunya hasanah wa fil akhirati hasanah wa qina azabannar wa qina azabannar wa qina azabannar. Wa sallallahu ala sayyidina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa sallam walhamdulillahi rabbil alamin. Amin, amin, ya Rabbal Alamin. Ladies and gentlemen, let me start with a brief introduction about EQ Show program. EQ Show program is all about entrepreneurship, where it plays a significant role in the elevation of developing countries and allowing a better quality of life for more people. In this way, we can see how important it is in today's world. Therefore, a series of video and quizzes are waiting for all of you. So without wasting our time, we will start our activity for tonight by watching a video. We do hope that you guys will enjoy the video.
My first question is, what's the difference between a strategy and a tactic? Most entrepreneurs that are tactical, when they seek information, they're looking for tactics, is what I mean. And usually that does not work because they are not strategic. They don't think in terms of, okay, but why didn't it work? Why didn't it produce the results I was looking for? I wasn't sure, but so they don't take enough time to think. I am a strategist. I get paid the big bucks by being strategic. Looking at the big picture, looking at business from 30,000 square feet above. What do we need? And very often what you think you need is not what you need. Write this down. Very often what you think you need to take your business to the next level is not actually what you need. because most entrepreneurs, they have what I call a tunnel vision. So a strategy is nothing more than a plan that overcomes an obstacle. So our job as an entrepreneur, first is to understand what the hell are the obstacles. What are the problems we are trying to solve? And sometimes it may not be so obvious. It may not be so obvious. What are the obstacles? What exactly is holding me back from going to the next level? I believe most people don't get what they want in life is because they don't know what they want in life. Your success in life is largely determined by how clear you are with your vision. So what is your ideal lifestyle? What is it that you want to accomplish? Maybe the people around you in your life are telling you, you should be happy with what you have. You should be content. See, human beings, we are creatures of habits. We don't like to change. The problem is most people in life, they're playing not to lose instead of playing to win. If you are playing to win, it involves taking some risk. It involves stepping outside your comfort zone, doing something you've never done before. You see, in life, we all suffers from two forms of pain. Either the pain of regret or the pain of discipline. Well, the problem is the pain of discipline weighs ounces and the pain of regret weighs tons. You gotta pick one of these two. Which one? Indecision is a decision. I believe a leader is a dealer in hope. That you need to be able to paint that picture for your team, for your organization, where we are going. So I think that number one leadership quality is vision. Be able to create that vision, to have clarity of what the vision is, and then be able to communicate and articulate that vision to your team consistently on an ongoing basis. I think that's the most important thing.
Visit our website startupstories.in for more inspirational stories and updates from the startup world.
Ideas don't come out fully formed. They only become clear as you work on them. You just have to get started. I want to share what I've learned about our generation and the world we're all building together. I'm here to tell you that finding your purpose isn't enough. Purpose is that feeling that you are a part of something bigger than yourself, that you are needed, and that you have something better ahead to work for. Purpose is what creates true happiness. You know, that movie made it seem like Face Smash was so important to starting Facebook. It wasn't. But without Face Smash, I never would have met Priscilla. And Priscilla's the most important person in my life. And a lot of people are feeling disconnected and depressed and are trying to fill a void in their lives. I remember that night I launched Facebook from that little dorm in Kirkland House. I went to Noakes with my friend KX, and I remember telling him clearly that I was excited to help connect the Harvard community, but one day someone would connect the whole world. The thing is, it never even occurred to me that that someone might be us. There were all these great big technology companies with all these resources, and I just assumed one of them would do it. But this idea was so clear to us that all people want to connect. So we just kept working on it, day after day after day. We'll always get criticized for moving too fast because there's always someone who wants to slow you down. Some big companies wanted to buy us. I didn't want to sell. I wanted to see if we could connect more people. Nearly everyone else wanted to sell. Without a sense of higher purpose, this was their startup dream come true, and it tore our company apart. After one particularly tense argument, one of my close advisors told me if I didn't agree to sell the company right now, I would regret that decision for the rest of my life. Relationships were so frayed that within a year or so, every single person on our management team was gone. That was my hardest time leading Facebook. I believed in what we were doing, but I felt alone. And worse, it was my fault. I wondered if I was just wrong, an imposter, a 22-year-old kid who had no idea how things actually worked. Now, years later, I understand that that is how things work when there's no sense of higher purpose. So it's up to all of us to create it so we can all keep moving forward together. J.K. Rowling got rejected 12 times before she finally wrote and published Harry Potter. Even Beyoncé had to make hundreds of songs to get Halo. The greatest successes come from having the freedom to fail. Facebook wasn't the first thing I built. I also built chat systems and games, study tools and music players, and I'm not alone. The challenge for our generation is to create a world where everyone has a sense of purpose.
That was very interesting video, right? So to continue our program for today, I will pass the session to my friend, Srika, who will be introducing our activities for tonight's session.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the first series of EQ Show Intermediate Program. First, let me introduce myself. My name is Srika Naraja, and I'll be your host throughout the quiz for 3 days. As you know, this quiz will be conducted via Kahoot, and only top 5 participants will be eligible to compete in the next level of quiz. So now let me begin with the rules and regulations of quiz level 2. In this quiz, there are 6 terms and conditions. So the first one is please browse to the website kahoot.it. That's the platform that we'll be using. and then enter the Kahoot pin that will be given in a few more minutes to join quiz level 2. Please use same user ID as registered in the Google form. Please do not cheat or refer internet or books. Answer all 15 MCQ questions and make sure your internet connection is stable. In addition, please be ready with a calculator because we might have some calculation questions. So that's all about the terms and conditions. So please also be reminded that you only have 20 seconds for each question. 20 seconds here. So is everything okay? Any question? Any question, any doubts? Okay, I assume there's no question. If there is no question, then we will begin the quiz now. Good luck to all the participants. The game will start now. So all the participants can log in into the Kahoot with the code given in the chat box, which is 6647147. I repeat, you all can log in the Kahoot with the code given 6647147. It is in the chat box of this Zoom meeting. We will wait for approximately 5 minutes so that all the participants can come into the Kahoot. 5 minutes here. You can still ask now if you have any question. Nine. 10 people. Okay. $20 is already in. So I think we can start the Kahoot now. So the quiz level 2 starts now. And can we see the first question?
No.
Okay, 2 more people. Something wrong with the technical issues, 2 more people. Okay, we have all the participants in Kahoot now. We can start now. So the first question is, the amount of money that an entrepreneur earns when total costs are subtracted from the total sales is called salary, overhead, profit, or payment. What is the name of the money that an entrepreneur earns? 20 seconds. Your time is actually running. Which one? Which one? Which one? The correct answer is salary. Salary is what an entrepreneur earns. So the second question. What is the thing is an organized way to gather and understand information needed to make informed business decisions based on the potential customers and competitors that exist in the market. What is the thing? What is that one thing? Customer report, market research, audience analysis, or is it competition report? Which one? It's market research. You must know, you must do the market research to understand all these elements. Third question. It's on its way. Third question. Who first identified cyclical patterns in the economy and created what is often referred to as the business cycle? Who is the founder of the business cycle? Who? Is it Mr. William, Mr. James, Mr. Joseph, or Mr. Clement? The correct answer is Mr. Clement Jagler. He is the founder of the term the business cycle. Next question. Question number 4. Name 4 types of business ownership. 4 types of business ownership. It's kind of a basic question, but for all 4 has to be a type of business ownership. Which four is that? Red, yellow, blue, green? Which one? The correct answer is sole proprietorship, partnership, corporation, and franchise. This is the option which has all four types of businesses. So, fifth question. What type of marketing that uses free advertising triggered by customer experiences? Win over market, web object management, or word of mouth? Which WOM is this? Customer experience, free advertising? Which one? Which or WOM? There's only three options. The correct one is word of mouth. The word that are coming from the customer's mouth is a free advertisement for any product or a service. So before we proceed into sixth question, can we see the scoreboard now? Current scoreboard. Let us see the ranking. Okay. The fifth place for now is Low SY. Okay, I believe there's some technical issues here. But never mind. Okay, thank you so much for that technical team. Fourth one is Magic, Osvera, Alia, and Gaia. Up to 3 places, Garen is the highest climber. Okay, Garen, anytime he might reach our top board. So we still have 10 more questions, guys. 10 more chances for you to climb into the scoreboard. So all the best. Come, let's proceed into sixth question. Here comes our sixth question. What is the Equal Employment Opportunity Commission, EEOC? Do not check in internet. What is EEOC? Federal organization. Equality of power. Is it with all the Equal Pay Act and Americans Act? Or state organization with employment problems, or local organization with police department? Which one? Federal organization which oversees most employment discrimination law, including the Equal Pay Act and the American with Disabilities Act of 1990. This is what we call as EECO. So come, let's go to the next question. What is the term used to define buying an asset in one market and selling it in another market with a higher price? Austrian economics, autarky, Asian crisis, or the last one, arbitrage? Which one? Red, yellow, green, blue, green. Everything starts with A though. The correct answer is arbitrage. You buy something in one market with a cheaper price, and then you go somewhere else and sell it with a more expensive price. So, next question. Simple interest is interest calculated on the principal portion of a loan or the original contribution to a savings account. What is the formula for a simple interest? We only need a formula here, no calculation. Given that P is equals to principal, R is equals to rate of interest, and T equals to time period, which one is the formula? It only has a multiplication, or only the correct answer is I equals to P, your principal, times with R, your rate, times by T, your time period. So next question. How is a sole proprietorship taxed? So how they put the tax for this type of business? Income tax on profit, but business is not being taxed separately, or taxed on profit. Owner also pay income tax, or business is taxed on profit. Owner no need to pay income tax, or business and owner no tax at all. Which one? The correct answer is the business is taxed over profits, and the owner also pays income tax. Both also need to pay tax. 10th question. North American Free Trade Agreement, NAFTA, established a free trade zone in North America. It was signed in 1992 by Canada, Mexico, and the United States and took effect on January 1st, 1994. NAFTA immediately lifted tariffs on the majority of goods produced by the signatory nations. Which countries are most directly affected by NAFTA? The United States, Canada, and Mexico. I'm pretty sure most of you can get the correct answer because the answer were already in the question. So next, before we going into the 11th question, let us see the scoreboard for current ranking. Will there be any like major changes or? Okay, I see some changes. Alifa Ilyana has a streak with 3 correct answers in a row. Proud of you, girl. Then Osvera, Alia, Lo SY, and Jared. Good. You still have 5 more questions to prove your talent so that you'll be going into the finals. So all the best, guys, again. Come, let's go to the 11th question. 11th question on its way. Which one is the statement below fits the criteria needed by a social entrepreneurship? Even level 1, we did some questions related to social entrepreneurship. So I believe you know the elements in it. How many percentage of employment should be the disadvantaged, or how many percent of the business should be providing a social service? You're actually playing with the percentage. 30% of employment should be the disadvantaged, or 30% of the business should be providing a social service. Nice, that's the correct answer. Next. Question 12. On a balance sheet, if total assets are 15,000 and total liabilities are $10,000, total owner's equity is, this is why I asked you all to get ready with a calculator, although it was not stated in the slide. So what's the correct answer? $25,000, $2,500, $7,500, or $5,000? The correct answer is $5,000. You need to take your asset and then you subtract the asset with your liability so that you can get the owner's equity amount. Next question. House of Quality is the basic design tool for the management approach known as quality function deployment. Which of the following exists in House of Quality control? What are the elements of House of Quality diagram? Relationship matrix, target profit, competitor research, relationship matrix, competitor research, customers requirement. These are the elements that a House of Quality diagram contains. Next question. The second last. The term NASDAQ can usually be found on trading platforms. NASDAQ is used to refer to the NASDAQ Composite, an index of more than 3,000 stocks listed on the NASDAQ exchange that includes the world's foremost technology and biotech giants such as Apple, Google, Microsoft, Oracle, Amazon, and Intel. What does NASDAQ stand for? National Association of Securities Dealers Automated Quotations. This is what NASDAQ stands for. So let us go to the last question of the level 2. This is like the last opportunity. Maria is the marketing manager for Whole Foods Ltd. She is working on the firm's marketing plan. Her forecast shows that if they carry on as they have been doing, they are likely to miss their sales revenue target by 500,000 euro. Whoa, big money. She needs some new ideas. What kind of analysis has Maria undertaken? Presscom, strategy gap, SWOT, or and soft metrics? What kind of analysis? strategic gap analysis. So that's the correct answer for our last question, our 15th question. So that's all for today's question. Before we announce the top 5, let us all watch a video together.
When we're laying on our deathbed, you're not going to worry about how much money you had, how much power you had, how much prestige. You're going to see that that was all game, that that was all an illusion. The only thing that's going to matter is the impact you had on other people's lives.
We are all on a separate journey. But the beautiful thing about our life here on this earth is at my funeral, they ain't going to talk about my success. They're going to talk about who Nick was and how Nick lived and how Nick loved and encouraged.
Success is incredibly important, but even more important than success, it's having an impact. It's knowing you haven't walked the planet in vain. It's knowing that because you've been here, you've blessed lives, you've developed people, and you have made the world a better place.
The effect you have on others is the most valuable currency there is. Everything you gain in life will rot and fall apart, and all that will be left of you is what was in your heart.
Life is a mirror. And life gives us not what we want. Life gives us who we are. When you were born, you cried while the world rejoiced. Live your life in such a way that when you die, the world cries while you rejoice.
Startup Stories in association with Olook.in.
We keep our dreams. We believe it. No matter how big your dream is, make small, tiny steps ahead. When I graduated from universities, and before for 3 years I tried to fill in the universities. So I applied jobs for 30 times, got rejected. I went for a police, they said, no, you're not good. I applied for Harvard for 10 times, rejected. Today, a lot of young people lose hope, lose vision, and start to complain. Because we also have the same period. Because when it's not a good feeling being rejected by so many people. We also depressed, but at least later we find the world has a lot of opportunity. How you see the world, how you catch the opportunity. We don't have a rich father, powerful uncle. We don't have $1 from bank, 1 cent from government. Just work as a team. Because most of the people, they have a fancy ideas in the day. When they wake up in the morning, they go back to do the same job. We have to do something different. So from there, I started my business borrowing $2,000 from my relatives and friends. So 1999, I started Alibaba in my apartment. People say, Alibaba model is terrible. Does not make money, have this and that, all the big bad things, because Amazon is better, eBay is better, Google is better, and There's no such model like Alibaba in the USA. So I told myself and people, we were better than people thought.
And those people who are expert of riding horses, they all fall down, and I'm still surviving.
So many people I talked to at that time for Alipay, they say, this is the stupidest idea you have ever got. Now we have 800 million people using this Alipay.
My advice to the young people, any mistake is an income, is a wonderful revenue for you. So I told myself and told my young people, before 20 years old, be a good student. When you do entrepreneur, just learn some experience. Before 30 years old, follow somebody. Go to a small company. Normally in a big company, it is good to learn processing. You are a part of a big machine. But when you go to a small company, you learn the passion, you learn the dreams. You learn how to do a lot of things at one time. So before 30 years old, it's not which company you go, it's which boss you follow. It's very important. A good boss teaches you differently. From 30 to 40 years old, you have to think very clearly when you're working for yourself if you really want to be an entrepreneur. When you're 40 to 50 years old, you have to do all the things that you are good at. Don't try to jump into the new area. It's too late. You may be successful, but the rate of dying is too big. So 40 to 50, think about how can you focus on things that you are good at. But when you are 50 to 60 years old, work for the young people, because young people can do better than you. So rely on them, invest on them, making sure they're good.
Most people only pay attention to the final product of a successful entrepreneur. They say things like, I can never be like them, or they got lucky. What most don't see is what they've overcome. All the struggles, the daily rejections, the heartaches, the betrayals, the rumors, the criticism, the empty bank account, and all those lonely nights while trying to make their vision a reality. You see, the only difference between the one who quits and the one who doesn't is that they showed up every day. They worked hard every day. They hustled every day. They learned from a proven mentor every day. They improved every day. They did all this even though they felt like quitting every day. And eventually, they became who they are today.
I was lucky. I found what I loved to do early in life. Woz and I started Apple in my parents' garage when I was 20. We worked hard, and in 10 years, Apple had grown from just the two of us in a garage into a $2 billion company with over 4,000 employees. We just released our finest creation, the Macintosh, a year earlier, and I just turned 30. And then I got fired. How can you get fired from a company you started? What had been the focus of my entire adult life was gone, and it was devastating. I really didn't know what to do for a few months. I felt that I had let the previous generation of entrepreneurs down. I was a very public failure, and I even thought about running away from the Valley. But something slowly began to dawn on me. I still loved what I did.
We are going to make it or break it based on whether we can provide products to higher education and services and relationships to higher education that no one else provides. And I think we ought to spend 100% of our time thinking about that. And if we can't do that, then we ought to go broke.
And so I decided to start over. I didn't see it then, but it turned out that getting fired from Apple was the best thing that could have ever happened to me. The heaviness of being successful was replaced by the lightness of being a beginner again, less sure about everything. It freed me to enter one of the most creative periods of my life. During the next 5 years, I started a company named Next, another company named Pixar, and fell in love with an amazing woman who would become my wife. I'm pretty sure none of this would have happened if I hadn't been fired from Apple. It was awful tasting medicine, but I guess the patient needed it. Sometimes life's going to hit you in the head with a brick. Don't lose faith. I'm convinced that the only thing that kept me going was that I loved what I did. You've got to find what you love, and that is as true for work as it is for your lovers. Your work is going to fill a large part of your life, and the only way to be truly satisfied is to do what you believe is great work. And the only way to do great work is to love what you do. If you haven't found it yet, keep looking and don't settle. So keep looking, don't settle.
What do we dream of when we dream? Sometimes when I dream, I see our story of yeses and nos. Since I was a kid, I imagined myself creating a company and living proud of it. Then I grew older and time came to turn my thoughts into reality. But it seemed that for every idea that I had, there was facing me always a no. You cannot make any difference in this business. Everything's already done. What could you offer? They said. I have the passion to try instead of waiting for somebody else to do it, I answered. People who wanted to make things real started to join me. But still, we heard, this industry requires a dedicated project management office, domain experts, and quality control specialists. This needs a lot of planning and resources. It's too big for you. What did we say? We will follow every single project every single time and delight our customers. That way we kept growing year after year, client after client, into a young, powerful company. Every time we got a no, we gave a yes. Because that's how we grew and how we are always in motion. Rolling arrays.
Thank you so much for the for the insightful videos. That was really nice. So, well done to all participants for finishing the question. Now is the time for the announcement of the participants who are able to compete in the level 3, which is the final series of quiz tomorrow. The top 5 eligible participants will be announced now and will be displayed on the screen. So, okay, the 5 person who will see again tomorrow is Alia, Alifa, Iriana, Lo SY, Yijuan, and Hu Yin. Congratulations, guys. Can't wait to meet you all tomorrow in the quiz. So that's all for the names. And to those who did not succeed, do not worry. You can try again next time, but do not miss the chance to hear interesting talks tomorrow on our YouTube channel. So with that, I'll pass the next session to Izzat. Thank you so much.
So thank you to Srika for conducting the quizzes, and congratulations again to everyone who have completed your quiz for tonight. Actually, we have almost come to the end of this program. Before we leave, I need the cooperation from all participants to switch on your camera because we are going to take some photos. So I will pass to the technical team to handle.
Okay. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay, thank you.
Thank you for your cooperation and attention to all students. Please wait until the end of this program. A QR code will be displayed in a moment for attending record and feedback of the program. A Google Form link also will be shared in the comment section to be filled. Do fill in the form for merit record, and the form will be open for 10 minutes. So thank you for staying with us. Please stay safe and we will see each other again tomorrow. Good night and Assalamualaikum.